Peace family. Have you ever felt like every day you was waking up to the same exact thing, going to work, coming from work, eating, taking a shower, watching TV to do it all over again the next day? So as I was working out, I was thinking about this, okay? This idea had came to me. And today was one of those days where as though I was very well aware of the distractions, right? So earlier today, I had like a pretty busy day. Brought my children to the doctor office. We went out and got something to eat, and then later on went to the pharmacy to pick up the medicine. Now you guys know I don't really do the whole medicine thing, but you do what works for you, right? So I went to the pharmacy. Of course, it was something going on with though the insurance, whatever. Okay, and the medicine is for my youngest daughter. So what I did, because they were saying the pharmacy was saying something about my insurance that was on file. It was like a secondary insurance, which is her father's insurance that she is up under, my youngest daughter. And so I left from the pharmacy and took my children, brought them to the park, right? And was at the park for a little while so they could practice riding their bikes. And then I came home. Now, when I got home, right, I knew the commitment I made to myself for me to read 2 chapters of any personal development book that I have, read 2 chapters per day, and also work out. Now, my workout regimen, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be as long as I work out for 5 minutes or whatever it is, or do 10 jumping jacks. The point of this, bless you, the point of this is the consistency, right? For me to be consistent. So as I was working out, right, one of the things that I started thinking about was the time when I was doing Uber, which was last year. And I was thinking about, as I was jogging in place, I was thinking about the times where as though, time, you can never get time back. And I remember I would get so caught up with doing Uber, whereas though I didn't really have time to read. And it wasn't that I didn't have time to read. I guess I wasn't really prioritizing my time, right? Also, I would be so focused on, well, I gotta make this amount of money for this bill. I gotta make this, I gotta stay out for 12 hours. I gotta stay out for, so many hours so I could pay the bills and, do whatever it is that I needed to do. Majority of the time it would be pay the bills. And I remember this one day I was in a house and I was like so frustrated. I was on my moon cycle, okay? And I was in a house and I was watching a Netflix series. And I had to do Uber because the bills was due. And I just felt so frustrated. Like, I really don't want to do this. Like, I'm sick of doing this. I had a whole attitude and I was like really comfortable in the bed, right? And I was like really pissed off. And I guess from that energy of me feeling like I was forced to do something, that night, the car that I had, it broke down. Okay. And sometimes we tend to ask source for certain things, and we don't know exactly how that is going to come about for us to receive the desires that we have in place that we say we want. And so, and so, my bad. And so, a lot of times, it's really you looking at your life and saying, I'm not going to make somebody else's dreams a reality, right? Or I am going to do what works for me. Or I'm going to, take out 5 minutes of my time. Or, because it's really the consistency. I'm going to take 5 minutes out of my time each and every day to do something that is small, but that is going to equal to a big win. So to the person that's out there, if you just feel like every day is the same exact thing, like you are in a simulation or something, a simulation, right? I need for you to understand that you are creating this through your reality. And the moment you start realizing that it's a choice, like even today, I was like, allowing myself to be distracted by TikTok. And I knew I had to read, right? And I'm just scrolling. And time just passed. Time is just passing us by. And a part of me was like, I don't feel like doing it. It's so easy not to do the things that we have told ourselves that we was going to do. And I remember I had heard Jim Rohn say this. Somebody asked him, you know, like, if it's so easy, why aren't so many other people millionaires? And he said it's not easy, but it's doable, right? You could read the book. You could work out. You could walk around the block. You could eat, one fruit per day. Those are choices that we have the ability to make. Okay. And one of the things he also said, he said, just as it is doable, it is easy not to do it. Just as some may say, well, it's easy to go buy a book from the library or not from the library, but buy a book from Barnes and Nobles or any bookstore and read. But it's so easy to be or to allow the distractions to distract you and for you not to do it. And then time passes, 5 years done went past, and you living in a place you said you don't want to live in. You driving a car that you said you don't want to drive, okay? And you have the amount of money in your banking account that you wish was way more than what it currently is, okay? So everything is about choices and decisions. And as I became aware, like, all right, Dina, come on, you allowing yourself to be distracted, okay? Or you gonna keep your word to yourself? And so what I did after that, one of the things I started asking myself this question: the stuff that I'm watching or giving my energy to, is this thing going to help? Is this helping me in any way, shape, form in my life? This thing that I'm watching, or I'm on, social media, and you get caught up by swiping, right? Swiping, no swiper, and you get caught up doing those things. And I ask myself, it's always, a thought in my mind that always, come up. Is this thing helping you? Or is it pushing you further from your desires? And that's something you have to ask yourself. Whenever you get caught up with whatever it is, ask yourself, is this thing pushing me closer to my desires, or is it pushing me further away? And with that being said, I hope you guys got something from this. Always know the choice is yours. We all have choices. We all have 24 hours in a day. And what's going to make your life different than the next person is you just simply deciding and you are taking radical action to push you closer to your desires. And with that being said, I love you guys. Peace.